Welcome to Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. A neutral site showdown as both of these teams hoping to make an early season statement. It's the Texas Longhorns and the LSU Tigers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
Hey guys, checking in with the Texas head coach before the game. He said his quarterback is ready to perform at a high level here today. As you know, he has been getting that Heisman hype already in this preseason from the media, but he has now got to perform and do it on the field. I did catch up with the quarterback here on the sideline, and he said he is just focused on getting his team to a Week 1 victory, and none of the awards are even on his mind. He said if we win, that all takes care of itself. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. DBs lock up tight on the receivers. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. After 45 on its way. Wide open on the right. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17.
And this defense is figuring out early in this football game, man. They've got to be dialed in because this passing attack, it's lethal because they get it to their speedsters, and after the catch, they're really good. Got to tighten up that coverage and get those guys on the ground when they catch the football.
The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. From the red zone, it's Smothers. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Here's Arch to throw. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. A tough start to the opening drive as the defense comes up with a big play.
And how about that play by the defense here early in this game, opening drive, facing one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football, and they're able to get an interception. That is going to be massive for their confidence in this game.
They're backed up 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. Let's see if they can create some space. Here's Caden Durham to begin the drive. And they didn't pick up any extra room to operate, but they at least got it back to the original line of scrimmage.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes, and that ball bounces and is supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB, and the offense will get a W. Like, they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers, and you saw it there on the incompletion.
And this defense is going to have its ears pinned back on 3rd and long from the 1, changing the routes with his receivers. Standing in his own end zone looking to throw. And the missed connection on 3rd down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
Trying to get started. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Here's Manning to throw. Turns it upfield. And he's tackled, stopped at the 14. They'll move the chains. They've got a 1st down in the red zone. And the Longhorns have moved it inside the 20. To throw, it's Manning. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
All right, offense, it's got to be better. You've done a nice job getting the football to this point in the red zone, but now you can't go backwards. You've got to be able to get rid of the football if it's not there, and that was a terrible play giving up the sack.
Using his legs, it smothers. Not a lot there. Picks up one inside the 20 to the 19.
I think there's a couple schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now soften them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
They want a little extra time to think over this 3rd and long as we've got a timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Line is set on 3rd down. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. You see a defensive lineman come up with a play like that, make the sack, they start building some momentum to impose their will up front.
Man, there ain't nothing better than getting a stack. That's what you keep track of on defensive line. You're like, yeah, I already got one. You start keeping a tally of how many you can get. That's what you dream about. You dream about getting the quarterback. Yes, tackles are nice, but I want sacks. I want that QB on the ground.
On the return, it's Durham. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. They'll start on the ground with Durham. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And it really doesn't matter what play call this offense does. Like first possession, 3 and out, obviously struggled. This one right here, nothing on the ground. The offensive line has to do a better job. They've got to be better up front, whether they want to run it, whether they want to throw it. It's got to start with the offensive line.
Caught in the backfield, it's Berry. They've got him now. He almost picked up that first down on the screen.
Well, you weren't able to get anything running the football there in the first play. You get a TFL. So now you go to the screen and give it back to your running back and let him make something happen in the passing game. There's a lot of different ways you can sprinkle these backs the football, and that was a good idea there on 2nd down by the offensive coordinator.
Looking to throw, it's Levin. Unleashes it. Out wide left, it's Berry. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And how about this running back, man? Coming into the game, we knew he would be a focal point of this offense, but through the air, like not on the ground right now. They're finding ways to get him the football out in space to do some damage, and right now, it's all through the air.
Makes the catch, it's Brown. They're now out across the 40, and he's out of bounds at the 42. All right, guys, let's talk LSU. You start the season top 25. Clearly, expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously, some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 20.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Got some room to run. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
A lot of quarterbacks have so much confidence that they can fit the ball in tight windows. How about the defensive play right here, making an unbelievable interception, forcing the turnover, big play, big momentum swing.
Past the 40. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. The Longhorns, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. grab behind the line. It's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. The Longhorns racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, they got a really nice drive going on offense. They're on their opponent's side of the field, but you're not going to come away points if you turn it over, and they've got to do a better job of ball security. Very, very lucky that ball went out of bounds.
This offense has it with really good field position. From the gun, it's Smothers. Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it good.
Trying to run, it's Smothers. Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Manning tries to pick it up on third down. Finds his big tight end. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. You see his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
The Longhorns getting set on 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Smothers. Maybe some room here. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Out wide right, it's Townsend. Touchdown, Longhorns! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. He'll bring it out. It's Durham. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. Tackled behind the line, and he'll lose one on the play.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Looking to throw, it's Levitt. Looking for a big play. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Throws into double coverage, and it's picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Man, Another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to...
A shot toward the end zone. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Well, the offense taking a shot after getting the takeaway. They're in what's called the fringe area. It's not quite the red zone, but it's a good spot to throw posts, to throw goes, to throw deep corner routes, smash routes. And that's exactly what they were thinking that time. Just a little bit off on the throw. Nice play by the defense, but I love the...
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
And that now, this guy's second sack of the game. We were talking to him leading up into this one. He said, you know, nobody respects my speed and nobody respects my athleticism. I don't think anybody thinks we can stop this guy, but I'm going to prove everyone wrong. And he has shown up today ready to wreck this game. He is having an outstanding day right now on defense.
Really good job by this defense. Third down, understanding, taking away the pass first. But I got to react, man. When these QBs take off, I got to stick my foot in the ground. Stop playing pass. Come up and get him on the ground. Big third down stop.
The kick is on its way. On the return. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. The LSU offense comes out to start this drive. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it. If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Starting a drive like that really builds confidence. First down from the 45. Timeout taken by Texas. It's their second. They're down to one timeout left in the half. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. On the ground, it's Berry. Oh, it gives him the tough stiff arm. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. Let's talk for a minute about LSU. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
And the Tigers are facing 3rd and inches. The Longhorns stop the clock for the final time, calling their 3rd timeout. And now they'll have to go the rest of the half with no timeouts remaining. Let's see if the defense comes after them. 3rd and short from the 45. They'll send the back in motion. Keeps it himself. Keeps it himself. He just has a nose for those little crevices to be able to find space, and he picks up the first down.
And And I feel like the option is a play that this guy can run in his sleep. He's constantly making the right decision, so I love it here. Third down, you're putting it on him to do the right thing. He had to keep the football there. The defense took everybody else away. It was open for him, so he was able to just pick up enough to keep this drive moving, keep the sticks rolling.
Running right, it's Durham. Turning it on. Inside the... And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, LSU. Lining up to add another. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And that was some way to cap it off with a 42-yard touchdown jaunt. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them.
Break. Here we go.
Throwing Manning. Still looking to his right. Right side, it's McCutcheon. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Looking for a man. It's Manning. Caught over the middle. It's Townsend. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
When you can run routes like this big guy, you can line him up in the slot. You can give him some extra space to work and just let him find the open holes over the middle of the field. It's a good idea to line him up in different spots to help him out, but he's a big part of this passing game. You saw why there.
And the Longhorns will have it 1st and 10. Manning. He wants to go deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Long way to go on 2nd down. He's got it on the right. Breaks into the open. The 20. All the way. Touchdown, Longhorn. The AT unit on the field. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with a 44-yard touchdown pass. Fielded in the end zone, it's Durham. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Back to throw, it's Levitt. It's dropped after taking the hit.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
They don't need a bunch on second down. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Plenty of time to work. Not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Arch Madness. Quickly out to the tight end. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one.
And that's why, as a former quarterback, man, I love these drag routes, because if you get the right coverage and it's man-to-man and someone gets picked or can't keep up with your receiver, you just put it out nicely in front of them, they're going to make the catch, and they're going to take it a long way. Really great execution. Nice job by the receiver creating separation, and beautiful throw out in front of the target.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
All the way down at the 33-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Throwing on the run. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
And for a defense, it's not always about sacks, but sometimes it's about getting that quarterback off his spot where he feels very comfortable, and they get him flushed outside of the pocket. And good perimeter defense. He rolls to the right. Everybody's still covering their guys, moving across the field with the QB. Nowhere to go with the football.
2nd and long here. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Smothers. He's now up to 52 yards rushing in this first half, and he is making quite the impression in the opener. And the Longhorns come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Fires on the move. Big guy smells it. It is plays like that that'll let you pile up some serious passing yards.
Man, what an effort. I mean, the layout to be able to catch the football, keep it off the ground. Nice job by this receiver, and that's why this quarterback's had a day. Guys making plays all over the field.
Run in the red zone, it's Smothers. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Texas! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he puts through the extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. From deep, it's Durham. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Wants to throw. It's Levitt. They're all over it. And it's a sack.
Nice coverage on the back end. Great job. Nothing open right away. The QB holds the ball in the pocket, and the pass rush finally gets home. Sometimes it's the DBs doing great work. Sometimes it's the defensive lineman winning up front.
And they're trying to dig out of the hole on 2nd and long from the 9. He's changing the play. Wants to go up top on 2nd down. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We start with Tennessee taking on the number 4 team, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. And it's the home team keeping things within arm's reach here in this ranked-on-ranked battle. I think the plan here is just to get to halftime, then figure out a way to pull this out in the second half. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
He'll bring it out. It's Durham. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out at the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half is the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on 4th downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
And he keeps it himself. A good decision there, and it gives this offense a first down.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for him.
On the ground with the counter. Got the first down. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain.
And that's a welcome sight for this offense, man. They really struggled to run the football in the first half. But I promise you, at halftime, in the locker room, first drive, guys, we got to come out, own the line of scrimmage, get the run game going, and that's exactly how they start this half.
The Tigers are flying down the field. Dropping back, it's Levitt. Out wide right, it's Brown. He'll be pulled down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line as they play a little pitch, catch, and run. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. Sends it back in motion. A first down run on the doorstep. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown LSU! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is good, but they're still down 24-14. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays, and it was capped off with the 8-yard run. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. The long Longhorns head out, hoping to move the ball on this possession. Using his legs and smothers. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain. The Longhorns want to move quickly.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Pushes ahead. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Fourth down, Manning. Rolls right. He's brought down. Couldn't find anybody and get rid of the football, and they'll turn it over on downs.
I know the analytics tell me to be aggressive and go for it, but in the second half, in these ball games, the analytics don't work for every single situation. And right now, you've set them up. I just hope this one doesn't come back to bite you right in the eye.
Drops back. It's Levin. Look out! Slides to the ground, picks up the 1st down, and avoids the hit.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Keeps it, looking for room, and he'll be hit immediately. No gain on the play.
Well, obviously a really nice play by the defense there stopping the option, but I think that's on the quarterback because it looked like his pitch option was wide open. That ball should have gone to the running back out on the perimeter. It looked like he had some open field in front of him to go make something positive happen. This quarterback's got to make better decisions. It's not just the passing game. It's in the run game with the option, too.
Handoff, Caden Durham. Finding some room. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave a little bit of everything on that one.
And now a big 3rd down coming up. Down multiple possessions. This is one, Palmer, I'm looking for 6. I'm not trying to kick a field goal. I want to cut into this lead with a touchdown.
No, you got to have it. And also, considering all of that, this is 4-down territory, too. So you need to identify who are your best players on offense and how can you give them a chance to score this touchdown.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And the comeback is on.
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football. But here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a masterclass in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way. And you're right, in college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Texas offense makes its way out to begin the drive. Timeout is called. Make sure everybody's on the same page. Play clock was down to 4. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Hits inside. It's Smothers. Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. Might as well run him again. They've got him corralled.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Pulls and fired complete. He'll be knocked out of bounds right at the 40-yard line. Good pickup there.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. The run inside. It smothers. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
Nice first down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run or high. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a 2nd down and long situation.
Spreads out 4 receivers, trips right, a single receiver to the left on 2nd and 7. Got there right as the ball did, jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Some 3rd down conversions tougher than others. This one, a long one on 3rd down from the 43. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Stepping to the right. The defense is there, and a great job to keep him from getting to that 1st down marker. He's hard to get a handle on. It'll be 4th and short.
Really nice job by the defense that time. 3rd down, they're expecting pass, but they also know that this quarterback...
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Manning to throw for it on 4th. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off.
I like the idea to go for it there on 4th down. You're basically at midfield, and you've got confidence in your guys to be able to go out. You've got experience in this offense. Guys have made these types of plays before. That time, the defense stepped up. They bowed up and made a better play and take over. Now you need your defense to get on the field in a sudden change situation.
Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. Oh, he's got some space. The 10. Touchdown, Texas. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Coming out with it, it's Durham. He gets a block. This guy makes you hold your breath when he gets the football in his hands, and that last line of the coverage team, the only thing that stopped him from housing it. They'll get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. Motion from the back. Off play action on 1st down. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. And now let's take a look at the stats of what has been a nip-and-tuck affair. Now just about ready to snap it to start the fourth. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Looking for space. It's Barry. And he's brought down after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line.
Well, you got to wonder about the play call there. 3rd and long, hoping to catch the defense off guard, napping, but they weren't fooled. They made a play, got...
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Got to make the play on 4th. Showing the arm strength down the left side. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
And you had to. I mean, the offense had to be aggressive. You're down multiple scores. You needed to make something happen right now. You had to be aggressive. I think you had to go for it on that 4th down. Now, obviously, the game's looking like it might get out of hand.
They'll move the tight end. Quick give. It Smothers. Tackled after a short gain. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Arch is going to throw for it. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
This quarterback has to know he's got to get rid of the football quickly. This defense has already shown on film that they'll rush this outside linebacker off the edge and make the count 5 on their pass rush, but with his speed and his flexibility, he's too much for a lot of these offensive linemen to handle.
Manning lines up in the gun on 3rd down. Makes the grab. Able to haul it in, and right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple.
And that's really good tackling by this defense, man. 3rd down, understanding the sticks, and what you got to do is break on the football. That drag route comes open, he sees him, he throws it. Man, it does not stay open long because they break on the football with great tackling and force the 4th down.
Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They get the ball back after the punt, and they've got to be efficient here as time is winding down. Looking downfield, it's Levin. Flip it out to the back on the screen. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. A costly holding penalty backs him up. It's 1st and 20. He wants to throw it. Right down the middle. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there. You always want to give your big-time players a chance. That might have been too much of a chance to give right there.
And I know I'll give you a chance when it's one-on-one, but not two-on-one. You got to see that. Got to understand that they're trying to take away this guy. There's a reason they're trying to take him away. What else can I do now to take advantage of that defense?
Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Fires to the wideout. Left side is Watkins. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
Well, trailing like they are right now in the fourth quarter, their execution offensively is just going to have to be at a premium. You can't afford a lot of incompletions at this point. Everybody is going to need to be on the same page moving forward.
Motion from the wideout. Looking for a man. It's Levitt. Reels it in. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
Fires to the right. Can hold on in the face of the contact.
Well, it was a good throw, it was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Right side, it's Brown. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
Hey, down in the fourth quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust him, and he's going to have to continue to deliver like this, making plays down the field, protecting the football, but we know he has the ability.
The Tigers, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Thomas.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run, and this guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Out wide right, it's Thomas. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Moving the pocket, it's Levitt. He's going for the big play. Grabs it. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. They absolutely had to have that 3rd down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get to 3rd down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
1st and goal, and this feels like their chance to make a game of it. Just keep slinging it. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
A lot of times when you go back and you revisit these games, who takes advantage of these opportunities in the red zone, in these goal-to-go situations? Bad job on 1st down by this offense.
Got nothing last time. Now 2nd and goal from the 3. This quarterback part of their running game. Touchdown, Tigers. You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby. Well, how about that? And after that touchdown, we might have a finish after all, Jesse.
I love it, Reese, and this team is not quitting. Yeah, they're down on the scoreboard right now, but they are clawing and they are scratching their way back in this game. They're going to keep going hard until this clock reads all zeros.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. They want that clock to run. There he goes. Got enough for the first down. Crosses midfield. And he's finally stopped. A huge pickup on the play. And what a way to carry things into the 2-minute timeout. First down here as we dive into the college football season. A Week 1 clash that has been worth every minute of it so far. Right back to the well. They got it blocked just enough and a good gain on that run.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football with the lead late in the game. If we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds. We're trying to bleed the clock. And after ripping off a really nice run, that guy knew, I've got to get down. I cannot get pushed out of bounds, cannot get tackled out of bounds. Really, really nice job.
He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a first down. Now the LSU Tigers will use the first of their 3 timeouts. And that got under their skin a little bit, having to use the TO after giving up the first down. The Longhorns will line it up on 1st and 10. Right side, it's McCutcheon. Could not make his way to the corner.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Long way to go on 2nd down. The corners are walked up tight. Running inside. It's Smothers. They'll give him 3 yards on the play. It's 3rd and 7. Timeout called by LSU. That's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the first down on 3rd and long. He was looking everywhere for more running room and couldn't find it. He'll be 4 yards short and it's 4th down.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, and they finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Stretched out the lead, and now they can't catch him with a field goal.
Well, that's a huge kick right there because now the opponent has to score a touchdown here in the 4th quarter. That put so much pressure on the opponent now. Nice job by the special teams going out and executing in a big moment.
And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Here's Caden Durham to begin the drive. Turning it on! Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running.
And this offense tries to run, and unsuccessfully. Nice defense up front. Nice job playing the run.
And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. got to get everybody lined up quickly, time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Rush right in his face. He's sacked. This defense all over him. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. How much fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these two squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive. Great talent on the field. Palmer, unfortunately, somebody had to lose.
Yeah, and the higher-ranked team was ranked higher for a reason. At the end of the day, when it came down to it, they made the biggest plays in the most critical moments. Both of these teams have tremendous playmakers, and they're both going to make a lot of noise late in the college football season, but give the higher-ranked team tons of credit. They earned this one.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.